And I'm on the Gran Turismo 7 group on Facebook, and over the last 2 days there's been quite a lot of chat from people talking about doing this race right here. Now I believe they're doing it as part of the menu book. I'm just going to do it tonight as a grind, what we call a grind race. And as you can see down the bottom left, if I move my little mouse cursor, you can see that's the car that I'm going to be using. I'm going to run this race, and I'm going to try and get the maximum reward, which is actually more than that 550,000 if you do it clean. And then after that, I'm going to do the World Touring Car 700 race at Le Mans, which is in a Group 4 car, because I think between the two races, if you're grinding, the Le Mans one is definitely less of a challenge. This one used to be quite easy. Now it's not so easy for two reasons. The first is that the racetrack starts off wet every single time, and you're on sports hard tyres. Well, I am on this car to get it into the PP limit of 600 PP. It's heavily detuned. And actually, let's jump in, and I'll actually show you my car setup. So as I said, it's the Ferrari F430, and this is my setup. And you can see that it's heavily detuned down to 473 brake horsepower. I think normally it's about 540 horsepower, something like that. And obviously the downforce, etc., makes a big difference. If you up the front end downforce, it'll take you over the PP limit to a certain point. So you've got to run limited downforce, which could be a challenge if you were having to run softer tyres, but again, to get this car under the spec of 600 pp, you have to run sports hards. But that actually plays in your favour, because that allows you to effectively do a lot more laps on the tyres. You could do the whole race if you wanted to. I generally don't. I generally pit around lap 8 of the 12 lap race and will replace the tyres as well. So I don't know whether you've been taking screenshots, but that's the setup that I run. It's basically it's not a normal setup, that's for sure. I don't run that setup normally on my cars, but it's the way I've got this car set up. The diff settings, which are down here, are definitely the way. The braking's a bit higher than normal, but again, because I'm on sports hard tyres, I don't really mind that. But that's the setup. So without any further ado, let us get into the race. Now, the other thing that I will say is that fuel mix is key, and I don't think I can make the brake bias change for this, so I have to run the brake bias as it is. Normally I would run the brake bias a bit to the rear, but as I said, fuel mix is the key. So we're gonna put it into 6 for now, and that'll just buy us a lot more time. And what you'll find is that this will allow you to go much longer in the race. And you can see they're pulling away from me because I'm running that low fuel mix. But that's okay, because on the back of the track where it gets all twisty and turny, that's where we make up the ground. And you've got to remember that your tyres are cold and the track is wet. You can see on the left hand side, sorry, just a bit of diff lock up there. You can see on the left how much water there is on the track at the moment. So it's definitely past a slick tyre. These do have a bit of a groove in them, so it's not too bad. And as I said, I made a post earlier on the GT7 page, and I talked about where the passing points are, and so I'll just go through those as well. Generally, if you get a good run out of here, you can make a pass. You've got to get in tucked in there. On that occasion I didn't, because I'm just being a bit conservative as I kick off the race. We've got plenty of time. We don't have to worry. Oh, they're braking it hard. And out of that corner you can normally get a good run too if you time it right. And sometimes even into here you might be able to get away with a spot. There you go, we did get away with one. So I'm just driving really conservatively at the moment because, again, letting the tyres get a bit of temperature in them under the new physics rules, but also watching the fuel and not making contact because I want to try and maximise the credits that I get. Alright, so having done that lap all around the back, this is a very tricky corner. Be very careful out of that corner because you can lose the rear end in a mid-engine car very easily. We'll now boost the power back up. Should have done it earlier, but that's okay. The key thing to watch here is the gap to the leader. What you want to do is you want to avoid it getting over 30 seconds because that'll just make it really tough for you to claw back. But they will, generally speaking, they will stop twice. So if you pit once, you're going to make a 30-odd second gain. Now you can also try coasting, which is basically getting off the accelerator early. And I generally do this depending on how I'm going. So I will, that red sign there, I will get off the gas, let it coast. Put the fuel back. I'm going to talk a bit less and just start attacking a bit more now because the tyres have some good temp. One of the other things I do is I look for the wet patches too sometimes. I shouldn't have done that because he's just moved up the inside, he's going to block me here. But you'll see how they get a bit squirmy through here generally, and it's an opportunity for you to make a pass. Doing a good job of blocking me here. Alright, let's try and get some traction going. Make up some spots. And once you've done this fuel mix 6 for the first few laps, you can then dial it back up because you've made your fuel gain. You can see down the bottom there it's saying I've got 9.2 laps still worth of fuel. I'm going to burn that down because I'm going to go faster. And you will, if you do it right, you will also pick up the fastest lap. Not that you get anything for it, but it's a satisfaction of obviously doing the best lap in the race. I'm being super conservative because I don't want to crash. Alright. Like I said, there's wet patches over here you can go through. And that just keeps the tyres cool because remember we are going to try and do at least 8 laps on these tyres. So as I said, the leader's 22 seconds up the road now, so we're going to have to pick up the pace. You see we're way off the pace, 7 seconds slower that lap, but that's okay. Again, I'm trying to avoid the walls because if you hit the walls you can also lose your clean race bonus on this track, which you may already know. What you'll find is after about lap 4, I think it is, the leader's pace generally comes back to you. I always wish wish I could get better traction through that corner. So we're about to finish lap 3. Like I said, our target pit stop lap is 8. I'll make good fuel economy so I can probably run a bit leaner, a bit more power from here on. Try not to give them any of the tow, that's why I'm over here to the left. Very tricky this corner. If you outbrake yourself, you can hit the wet stuff off the racing line and go into that wall, so I'm being very conservative. Give the tyres a bit of a splash. Moisture on the track. I've got a clean pathway through. Oh, it's still understeering. Wow. Tyres haven't gripped up. I never used to use them, and I've never turned them off. I don't really follow them, but yeah, maybe they are. Maybe they can be misleading. I'm still getting a lot of understeer. Wow, that's bad. The track is not dried up enough yet. Let me get my skates on. Lap should be way faster than that. Yeah, I mean, the line markers are interesting. No TC. There you go, you can see no TC. Never run TC. Oh, I can do brake balance. I didn't think I could. Yeah, look, I mean, everybody has their preferences. I don't necessarily begrudge people using it. I just find, for me, I like to have the full control of the car. I don't want the computer making decisions for me. Yeah, of course it can come back to bite you. So I think the leader may pit this lap. Yep, there he goes, he's gone in. So that'll reduce the lead deficit. No, I wouldn't say less skillful. I think people have their preferences, and if that's how you want to drive, then that's how you want to drive. And that's the leader that just pitted, just went past him. Hate how they balk you like that. Sorry, I missed that message. I was too busy concentrating on that other car then, sorry. I didn't see it. Yeah. Like I said, I never used it, and when I turned on GT7 for the first time, these markers came up, and I've never bothered to go and look at how I turn them off. I don't pay a lot of attention to them, so it's not a big deal. I use other points around the tracks as my reference points for braking and turning. So, but I do remember seeing those cones when you first started GT Sport. What the heck is going on there? Something weird just happened to my car then. Just went straight on for some weird reason. That was bizarre. I'm going to turn the fuel back because I want to do another lap. Still not as dry as I'd like it to be. Playing all the tricks on me today. Yeah. Gotta stop looking at that screen when I'm trying to brake. It's funny. I think that's what they call a whoops moment, or a So by running it out to this and finishing lap 8, effectively we'll come out with only 4 laps to complete, which means we don't have to put as much fuel in, so we'll spend less time being idle in the pits. We'll get new tyres, we'll be in the best position we can to chase down any gap we have, and 4 laps is usually enough to do it. Bad lap though, I've got to say. That's the biggest difference I've noticed in the physics change. The ability for the cars to do actual 4-wheel drift. You never could do that before that physics update. The car would just either understeer or oversteer. Now you can actually get real 4-wheel drift happening. Which is I like. hoping the guy in second will actually pit with me or pit the next lap. The guy to worry about usually is that Cockburn guy using an RX-7. Case. So we'll probably drop down to maybe 5th or 6th at the most. Just get fuel in, see, so we don't have to put that much fuel in. A bit extra in, that way I can go flat out the whole time. Low 208s. In the old spec, I did do a 207 once, I think only once. But low 208s I've done. I'll beat that fastest lap that's up there at the moment. Won't be this lap though. But probably lap 11. Nice. I'm not getting the grip that I should be getting. I don't know whether it made the track temperature colder this race or what it is, but the car is not giving me the turn-in that I'd like. Blocked me. Could have been costly what happened then. Yeah, I mean this car's probably not the fastest car to choose, but it was one that I picked way back when I started doing GT7, and I've just stuck with it for this track because it's set up for it. I guess I don't have to worry about going back and making any changes. I don't know if I'm going to catch that lead guy. Caught by too much traffic. It really made it hard in this race. 2 more laps. Fall back 11 seconds. He will slow down. Just not sure that I'll pull that time on him. Surprised the Honda hasn't been. I'm just not getting grip. I'm going to back out of corners. I shouldn't be doing that. And again, I don't know what's going on. It's definitely not as much grip today as there normally is. Wow. I don't know if you're seeing it, but definitely the car is not wanting to turn in. Favour M&M flavour. No. I can't even get it to pull up. It's really weird what's going on. The track is super slippery. Slowing down as much as they ordinarily would. I can't get enough traction. It's like the track is still too wet. Normally it's a lot drier than this. No way, this track is just not grippy. No, it's not the car, because I didn't oil change before I started the broadcast. It's the track's got no grip. See, I should be able to come out of there at 200 and I can't. To do it again, try a different strategy because of the lack of grip. I won't even finish second. Wow. Yeah, it just won't pull up. Do it again. I'll put the brake bias back to 0 and do it again. See if that's what the difference is. 210. That's shocking. Alright, I'm going again. Come on, hurry up. Yeah, only coming 20,000. That's terrible. Alright, let's go again. This time change the brake bias back to 0. And try a different strategy. Gonna run to 7. That was terrible. Definitely balking a lot more in these two races. If you saw the Audi just move across like he did. And then again. What I'm trying to do is just get up the order more quickly so I've got some space. Because you can't make lap time with the way they're behaving. Come on, get on with it. Oh, wow. Come on, game. Traction at all. Wow. Braking's better with the bias change back to 0. favourite game. I can only see the first line of the chat, so sim racing something. Very annoying when they balk you in those spots, because they're the spots where you can make up a lot of time on the leaders out of those corners. And again, wow, can't get over how I've got so little front end grip. Better shape this time around. 9th position. So got plenty of fuel. Make it to 7. Leader's only 16 seconds down the road. Still a lot of moisture on the track though. Front diff. Oh, and an all-wheel drive. Yeah, this is rear-wheel drive only. This car. It's not all-wheel drive. It's a Ferrari. I could, but it'll take me over the PP limit. So that's the, I guess that's the trade-off with this car. You've got to detune it a lot. But normally it doesn't, the track isn't normally this bad. It's really struggling for front end grip for some reason. Hey Cody, give me time. That's a mate of mine, Cody. playing the long game, Cody. This is a fuel strat race. See again, balked. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What the? That was weird. Some weird stuff going on in the game tonight. Leaders should definitely pit. Here's the first guy. Second guy will stay out. He'll be good for another lap. And the third guy will stay out too. Be able to run one now for the rest of this stint, so I should make good gains on the lead cars now because their tyres, I think they're on sport softs, so their tyres wear out quickly, so you hit a cliff and then just go over it. Oh. That'll look good on the replay. There's a big slide I had to catch then. Yeah, I know, it's... I don't know if you can see the car sliding around, but... yeah, exactly, Jody. I'm trying not to, honest. Still haven't got into the nines, wow. Pace down the straights, but not through the corners though. So. Wow, still coming. Enough grip there to go through the corner right. put new tyres on just because I want to have maximum grip. I should be able to run him down. I'm going to have 5 laps to do it. I was almost... Another lap in the previous race I probably would have run him down, so... Still plenty of fuel. I don't know what it is. I just noticed my headlights are on. So maybe it's been changed to a later time in the day, so there's not as much temperature in the track, and so it's not drying as quickly. I mean, it's dry here. There's no water here, but offline it's still moist. Yeah, for sure. For sure there's more grip, there's definitely more grip in the softs, but you definitely don't get the life out of the tyres, so I don't know what condition they'd be in by the end of lap 7. Definitely got a lot more pace than me on the straights. Well, now the lights are out, so... Look at that. Wow. See ya. Yeah. Yeah, it's worth about 300,000 too, I think. You go up to nearly 800 or something like that, instead of 550 for the win. Leaders in. laps to go. Should be able to run him down. Save fuel. Diggers understeer. Yeah, it's just there. You can just see him in front. Of course, if my car decides to brake, that would help. I just pulled 2.5 seconds on him then, and that was bad. The car just wouldn't stop for some reason, I don't know why. Did the same thing in the first race too at turn 1. He'll start to have tyre deg this lap and the next lap, so on the back of the track is where I'm going to catch him. Yeah, it was 9 seconds after turn 2. I pulled 3.5 out of it. I can't get it to turn there. Save a bit of fuel just to make sure I've got enough for the last. I should have enough. 400 and something. I'll have a look at the end of the race. I don't know what's going on there. Interesting that the grip is very, very low. I don't know if they changed the time of day or they've changed the rate at which the track dries out, but definitely it's not as grippy as it used to be, which obviously makes it harder. I don't think I got a clean race though, so I'm only going to get 550, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there you go. No clean race bonus for me. Alright, I don't know if I'm down on power. Let's go and have a look, because I wouldn't expect that it would need oil after just one race. I don't know if you can see when I go out of here into my menu whether you can see it. Hopefully you can. I'll go to the garage. Have a look at car settings. So it's got 473 brake horsepower. Yeah, but see, if I push that downforce up any higher, it'll take me over the 600. Yeah, 473. And I got a low rear downforce, which is probably why the rear end was skating around a bit. But theoretically that should have helped turning too. So very weird. Don't like the oil. I think it was okay. Yeah, it's okay. Change it anyway. Now I'm going to go and do the Le Mans one, which I've done over the last few days, and I find it's a lot easier. It's not as hard work. I don't do it in this car though. I do it in a Sylvia. I better jump into it here in case it needs oil. $771 cars, there you go, nearly 800. Sprite, where are you? Yeah, okay. Looks like the oil's good. So should be okay, shouldn't need to change oil. We'll have a look at the settings when we go into the room. Le Mans, 24 hour, that one, yeah, Touring Car 700. So on this one I start off on mediums. I believe I could do softs or hards. You do need wet weather tyres. This is more like my standard tune, slightly different. Just notice that's a bit softer than it normally is. This is running 450 horsepower. It's a GR4, this car. Group 4. 240 low downforce, but that's because we're at Le Mans. There's no need to have a lot of downforce. Otherwise the setup's pretty much the same. Got a lot of turn in with the toe angle, which is obviously going to wear my tyres a little bit, but it gives me better turn in at the front end. Alright, let's get this one underway. And again, I will play with the fuel mix to give myself more options in the race. Yeah, it depends on how much rain. I have done the odd race where even when the water level's been up very high. He just gave you a hit. How does that work? They give you a hit on the left right side of your car, and it makes your car go to the right. Shouldn't it make you go the other way? Oh, crash, crash. Yeah, so when the track moisture level is above the second increment on the left-hand side on that gauge, you've got to be so gentle, and your lap time will just plummet. I always have the weather radar out to the max, and again I coast here a lot to try and save fuel. I usually change where the manual transmission box is on your head-up display. For this car, doesn't seem to be. Maybe in first gear, revving it out will help, but I don't find that it actually gets you any more speed. RA272, I don't even know what that is. Show my ignorance there. What's RA272? Ah, okay. Right, yep. Yeah, well see, I guess for this race, they're all in touring cars, so I'm in a touring car. All of my liveries are pretty much uploaded. There's only about 6 or 7 that aren't uploaded that I've made in the last week because my account's currently in suspension for something I do not know what I have apparently done. I love the BMW VGT, the rest of them, and I love driving the Tomahawk, but not on a crowded track. The Tomahawk really teaches you to be sharp with your reactions, so I enjoy driving that. Around Tokyo, on the counterclockwise, I used to be able to do a 53-second lap in my Tomahawk. Good on you guys, thanks for looking. With no traction control, no aids, except for ABS, weak ABS. That's all I run. Upset you. You can see there's weather on the bottom right. Yeah, it's funny when you get into a room and someone's going around. I think Grand Valley is a room that I've been doing a few things in, because I like to just cruise around there, and then somebody will come out in Tomahawk and they'll cut like a 1 minute 15 lap and think they've done great, and you tell them that they're 20 seconds off the pace and they go, oh, show me. So I try to do this race on a one-stop, Cody. Whoa! So when people do that to you, thanks Mr. Mustang. What's it saying? Yeah, so you go and you do your 53, 54 second lap and then they just leave the room. I'm sure there are people that can drive the Tomahawk much faster than me too. That weather is slowly crawling in. Oh yeah, okay, GT3, yeah. So you can run a GT3 car in this race, can you? I didn't know. This is the only car I've ever used for this race. And I've only done, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 of them. Yeah, it's dry, but you see the water, see on the weather radar? Hopefully you can see it. That's the long range, so that's 100 k's out. Whoa! Shh! Man, these cars, what are they doing? So the rain will come probably just at the end of this lap by the look of it. Looks like there's some blue stuff there, but it doesn't look too bad. Yeah, well if I zoom in, it's not there yet. That's at 10 kilometres. It's still a way away. Might be lap 3 that it comes. But like it feels so more relaxing to do this race. There's not, like, you don't get much rest once you get off the main straight at Tokyo in that car on those tyres. You've got to be very precise, and whereas here I just feel like I'm cruising. What is that? Oh, is that right? Yeah. Yeah, I believe that when people do that stuff, it affects the other car's behaviour. And I used to say it to people, and people used to think I was crazy. I just remember there's water on the track, I better not brake as slow as I normally would. Try not to be. Thank you, Cody. I haven't, no. I mean, this race for me is very easy. I've never had to struggle. They just whack you all the time now, don't they? They are. Definitely the Japanese ones are more aggressive. F30. I used to own an F30 330i M Sport. I own an M3, an F80 M3 competition now, but I used to have an F30 330i. So I didn't know what username to give myself, so I just did that. Just quick and easy for me to think of. I could have kept my old name from PS5 days, but I didn't know that at the time, so I changed it. I used to be iflowboy, and there's another long story behind that that's got nothing to do with racing. No, I haven't actually. I've got the E36 engine swap, the new BMW that was released with the update. I swapped it out for a LS, I think it is. Which is about 1100 horsepower, I think. But I haven't swapped out an M4. I don't do a lot of engine swaps. No, it'll be the 2014 one, Cody. because that's before 2007. There was no such thing as an M4. They're all M3s, coupe or sedans. Well, in actual fact, you couldn't get a sedan here in Australia until they bought out the E92s as an E90 sedan M3. I'm just cruising around here. Theoretically there's going to be 3 laps after this. I could probably switch to the softs. So I will. Time I get out should be what? About 12 minutes, 10 seconds. My fastest lap I've ever done in this race was a 4 minute 7 second. I've done regular at 4 minute 8s. So I don't know if I have that old Honda F1. I've got the McLaren MP44 and I've got all the SF cars, but I don't think I've got the Honda. I don't think I do. I might have it, but I'm not sure. I have to check. Might as well fill it up. Then I don't have to worry about scourging fuel. I don't think I have the scooter either. I have a bad habit of not chasing cars that I'm not that excited about. One of my friends wanted me to do this race in the Jeep with an engine swap, and I did it, but it wasn't very fun. Well, I didn't find it fun. Skipped on the track there, that was interesting. There's been a bit of moisture there. Yeah, short shifting makes a big difference on fuel consumption for sure. Less rolling resistance, less friction, for sure. Sneaking back up. Interesting. Oh, come back here, Jar. Come back here. Come back, come back. Wow. Did not expect that to happen. Yeah. I was just seeing, I was trying to figure out how, grippy the track is. Obviously, not grippy enough. Ooh, that might be close to a penalty. G923, which isn't the greatest thing. Keep trying to talk myself into getting something better. I did a long time ago, probably 6 or 7 years ago, not long after it had come out. It's a bit ambitious. made it. All my liveries are self-made. I make all my own liveries. Ooh, yuck. So I'm going to do a fast lap. It depends. Depends on what you're trying to make. There's a livery that I'm making at the moment which is using an M4 and AW root beer as the main sponsor decal. That one's probably going to take me, God, again I've done it, probably 3 hours. But I mean, I'm very experienced at it, so I can make liveries a lot quicker than somebody that's only made, say, 20 or 50. I've made like over 700 in Gran Turismo 7, and I made nearly 1,000 in GT Sport, so I've got a lot of experience doing it. I just worked out why I overbraked. Did the same thing again because I'm running on Fuel Mix 1, so I'm doing lots speed. They both serve different purposes. I mean, one, the livery making is, for me, it's just about relaxing. Whereas the racing is all about, you know, having fun with friends. Like Cody's one of the guys I race with regularly. I'm in a couple of different groups, I guess, but mainly with one group that Cody's in. We do racing nearly 7 days a week. Yeah. Sector 1 still exists. A couple of guys that are in the main group that I talk about, they race in Sector 1. Yeah, so that race is so much easier for me. It's very cruisy. Never feel like I have to push. Apart from those late braking points, but that's more error than meaning to push. Let's see, 125 for that. I'll show you. I don't know if you can see my garage, but I'll show you some liveries, I guess. So these are all new cars that I've only just bought. This is the one that I just talked about that I'm working on. It's not finished yet, but that's what I'm working on. I actually got up early this morning and did some Ks, but I've done a lot of driving and a lot of Ks in the game. Yes, I have. What's the easiest way to show you the cars? Create a room and just bring them out, I suppose. So far this car I've probably done an hour and a half on this one, making it to the point that it's at, and it's probably, I don't know, maybe 40 to 50% done, because the way I do my liveries is I make one side. If it looks okay, then that's okay. Then I'll work on the bonnet, the front, then the rear, and then I just duplicate the left side to the right. So oh, you can see my dashboard. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I've done a lot of hours. But a lot of that time, as I understand it, is just doing liveries, so it doesn't count as track time. And like I said, you know, a good livery, like I don't know, what's a more complex livery that I've done? Oh, I know, McLaren. Are you seeing what I'm showing? I hope you are. Where's that? Yeah, that one there. Like a livery like that, where I've effectively created two famous McLaren F1 liveries on the one car. You know, there's a bit more work involved in doing that. Ah, okay. So let me go somewhere so I can show you cars. Where do I can't create a room because of my account being blocked, right? Yeah, it's not gonna let me go there. Cancel. How do I do this? If I go to Scapes Movies, I don't think you'll be able to see that either. Sport mode, is there anything in sport mode I can go in? I don't know, Cody. I don't think I did anything. And I've told them that they can't actually block your account because you've paid for the service. And under Australian consumer law, you can't do that. If someone's paid for service, you have to give them access to it. I don't think I can go anywhere in here and show you either. What can I do? Can't create a room. And Scapes Movies you won't see either, I don't think. I'll try Scapes Movies, but I was A+. But I stopped doing daily races because too many idiots crashing into you, and then you get stressed at them and you do stupid things and it brings your rating down. So yeah, so I just sit on a B and don't bother doing any of the daily races anymore to earn points. Can you see Scapes Movies? Is that coming up on the screen? Or are you still just seeing the dashboard? Oh, I just noticed something with that livery. I don't know whether it's the light. Sometimes the light with the silver, it struggles to differentiate between white and silver. I don't know if you can see that, Jeremy, or whether you're still seeing the dashboard. Cody, what can you see? Cody, are you there? no Cody. You can see the escape movie. Okay, cool. So Jeremy should be able to see it too. Yeah, yeah. So you can't see the Escapes movie, Jeremy? That's on the screen right now. That's weird. Because Cody can see it. I wonder why. I wonder why you can't see it. Don't know why that is. I don't know what your favourite... Do you follow English Premier League at all? If you do, I've got some cars that I did that I can show you. All on Aston Martins. Don't know what club you follow. I've got Manchester United, Chelsea, West Ham. Oh, sorry, that's Aston Villa. West Ham here, and Liverpool. Oh, and Manchester City as well. The only problem with Escapes movies is they have this obsession with showing you they can create headlight glare. Ready? Watch this. I'll turn the headlights on. There you go. Oh, there's heaps of people. If you go into Showcase, there's a lot of rubbish in there too, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of things that people do, and when I say rubbish, it's probably being too harsh. You know, everybody's entitled to create whatever they want to create on their car. But definitely it takes a bit of practice to do a good quality finish livery, and then obviously when you create what I create, which are fantasy liveries. No, I don't. I did an anime card the other week, but I did it to point out to somebody that firstly, it looks wrong, but secondly, it's so easy to create one. I'll bring it out and show you in a minute. And you'll notice on the number plate how long it took me to create it. It was that easy to do. I just don't think they belong on cars. I don't see the connection. I hear that in Japan a lot of people are putting anime on their real cars, but I just think, sorry, I just don't get the connection between a cartoon character and a motor car. Not in the way that anime cartoons are anyway. As I'll bring it out, that's enough of that car. What do I do it on? A Subaru, I think, or a Toyota 86. Subaru? Yes, Subaru. There you go, I got it. Can you give us a Honda Civic versus Daihatsu Copen Bathurst hot lap? If there's a Bathurst track there, I can. This is my anime car, and I think the number plate says 22 minutes, because that's how long it took me to create the livery. I don't even know what all that stuff is. I don't have a clue who those characters are. I don't know what their meaning is. I don't know what cartoon or anime they're out of. I just grabbed them out of the decal library and created that livery. If we ever see the back of it, you'll see the number plate says 22 mins. Don't know why they do so many of these slow-mo pictures at night with headlights on. It's like, we want to see the car. We know what headlights look like. We see them every day in their thousands. don't think we're going to see the number plate. I tend to so Honda Civic. Yeah, got plenty of them. Which Civic? Civic Type R15, Type R20, Type R22, Type R EK. Although that one's probably modified 200. I've got a, well, he used to be a very good friend of mine in the game. He's not so now. He used to do those liveries. I think it's clever. I think it's clever. I mean, I've made modifications to cars in here as well. I've done an E92 BMW that I've converted to a G80 GR3 car that ran in the Nürburgring 24 hours. Here it is. Found it. But yeah, I think it's clever. Sometimes they don't look quite right, but I think overall it's clever. So this one here, E92, I've created the front end. I've just mucked around with decals and tried to make it look like a G80. What you probably don't notice is the bonnet. Oh yeah, you can see the bonnet. I've tried to emulate the bonnet as well. And the grille. I also did, what else have I changed? One of the AMGs as well. Which one? Oh, actually it's not on here. I need a new, it must be a spare livery. So I can't show you, but I turned the 2016 AMG into the 2020 by making the grille longer. You can see there on the 16 car, or maybe you can't see it. I'm talking about stuff we can't see. Okay. It's probably boring for you. Okay, how do I go to Bathurst? TP no limit, 2 laps. So I could run a Civic there, couldn't I? Oh, time trial maybe. Can I do a time trial? Oh, custom race. Okay. Number of laps, number of cars. 2. And then I can just run the car, right? Off, slipstream weak, tyre wear off, blah 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 blah. Oh, shoots. Get started. Do I get to choose a car? Oh, good, I do. No, I don't. I need to change car. How do I change car? Should have been in the right car in the first place. Okay, exit. Change car first. Sorry, I haven't done this before, so I'm not sure what Civic you want me to run. I'm guessing the EK. But that'll be a modified, won't it? I don't think I've got a... That's got 331 horsepower, that's got 278. And then there are two bog standard ones there at 176. So maybe they're the ones you want me to run. No, haven't done a livery for these. There's no tuning parts on them, so interesting. To be on road tyres, I'm guessing. Absolutely stock they will be. Don't even know why I have them. Maybe I won them and haven't sold them. Custom race. Anything to this car, it's a bog standard. Although it's on racing tyres. Okay, fair enough. Not a massive fan of front wheel drive cars. Okay. Well, I don't like front wheel drives because I don't steer from the rear. Wow, how far back was he? Oh dear. Okay. Guessing you probably rev this car out, but it's got no brakes. Okay. That's the problem. No brakes. How slow must the AI be? I've had 3 major offs and I'm still a mile in front of him. It's not realistic, is it, really? I should be getting my ass kicked. I've ever driven this car before. Obviously it was a second-hand car I bought, 27,000 Ks on rev it out, it just dies on the gear change. Sure, there's a lot more speed in it. It's not used to the car. Okay, so how do I now get a coupon? If I got a coupon. I don't even know if I do. Exit. Coupons a Daihatsu. Oh, I do have one. Coupon 02. That's got no power. Wow, how big? They must have won that car. There's no way I would have bought it. I have a suspicion that this car is going to be incredibly slow. Oh, how do you change the level? It says intermediate. How do I make it more difficult? What do I do? Rolling start. Oh, don't do that because I didn't have it for the other race. I don't know how you make it more difficult though. Okay. Must make the other guy go faster, I'm guessing. I suspect this is going to be really slow because it's way down on power. I have to have comfort mediums as well. Taken by a Volvo. A Volvo wagon. And I'm pulling on him. Wow. Brakes before I go down the mountain. So no. Oh yeah, understeer. Whoa! okay. Has any other car had to work so hard just to get to 80 Ks? Tyres don't give you much grip. I'm being overtaken here. Oh, sorry. I've got my wheel around wrong. Come on, car, what are you doing? I've lost the lead. Uh-oh. Is damage on? I didn't notice. Oh yeah, looks like it is. Oh, the slap one doesn't count. Come on, let's get the slipstream. We'll get up to 120. Remarkably, I'm catching him. Well, I've never driven these cars before. I'll be alright second lap, just now that I know what it's gonna do. Can't let a Volvo do a faster lap than me. It's not cricket. World's slowest overtaking manoeuvre. At least you don't need slow-mo replays with these cars. This is hilarious. I used to do this game where we used to, my mate came up with the idea. It was an ingenious idea where you'd roll the cars down the hill at this track, basically, put them in neutral and let them roll. See how far you could get them to roll around the track. We used to do it in reverse, so we used to drive up here, stop up here at Silliman Park next to these trees just here, because you could still roll from here down the hill. And we just used to roll them. These cars are going pretty much the same speed. It's hilarious. Get a fourth, there you go. Yeah! Is that you, Jez? Huh. Okay, I get it. Jeslenko. Didn't pay attention to the name. Now I get it. anybody to pull up there though. Shocker. So, Cody Jeremy is a guy called Jez Linko. Oh, 3:22. What was the other lap time? 3 minutes something. Is that right? Yeah. Well, I'm probably going to close the broadcast now. I don't know if there's anything else of value to do. But I hope for anybody that was in the GT7 group that you got to see it, or you'll watch it later. And hopefully it'll help you try to achieve the win at Tokyo and at Le Mans, whether you're grinding or trying to complete your menu books. Hopefully it's been helpful. With that, I will say goodbye. Hope you'll have a great night. Cheers now.